gosh, I can't.
I didn't bring it up.
You did bring it up. You brought up How I Met Your Mother.
Mike, all I said was you've seen How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say next was Marshall sings everything that comes out of his head.
Right.
Right? And that's all I was going to say.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You
well done.
should have known who you were talking to. That's your fault.
I didn't remember how hard of opinion you had of...
I have opinions about everything. You know me by now.
Oh.
And Robin is the worst. We've had this conversation.
Yes, that's true. We have. And I forgot about that conversation.
And she's still awful. She's still the worst character in the show. and what's his name is a misogynist. And she's still worse. She still is the worst character.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Can we just hit the target, please? Oh, my gosh. This is killing me slowly.
Man.
And I'm not going to listen to your opinions about Robin when you say the nonsense that you say about Gaston, okay?
Why do you have to... Oh.
You knew I was going to bring it up when this came on. You knew when you started this stupid conversation. You know what I think about How I Met Your Mother. You know. You brought it up anyways. No.
Mike,
It's the worst.
You were thinking everything that came on the screen, and I'm like, yeah, hey, that reminds me of Marshall. Have you seen it?
I hate everything.
Oh, man.
I hate it.
And now we just have to talk about Gaston.
Yeah,
our opinions
let's
on that.
talk about Gaston. Right. Should we talk about Gaston? You want to talk about him? Huh?
He's
Say it, Tyler. Go ahead.
He's not really that bad guy.
Oh my gosh. That is not what you have been preaching your whole life.
He's not a bad guy.
No, not a bad guy. You think he's not the bad guy. And he clearly is the bad guy.
Yeah,
oh my God.
The guy who's just trying to protect his village.
That's not what he's doing.
That kidnapped.
That is absolutely not what he's doing.
No, he is.
No, it's not.
What's the whole point?
He is trying to make Belle be his wife, not by. Like, he put his dad in an insane asylum.
Yeah, which
in order.
Yes,
it was. His dad was eccentric. That's not insane. His dad is not literally mentally broken. His dad is eccentric.
A guy comes home.
Oh my gosh, that is not the same thing.
And starts screaming about some animal
about a beast.
That's not even kidnapped his daughter.
That's not even that
much
like,
of no, I just saw her yesterday.
That's not even that much of a stretch. Have you ever heard of a bear? Like, they could have just said it was a bear.
Talking. He was telling that they went into a castle and the dude kidnapped his girl and his daughter
is Belle there? Is Belle with him?
He just saw him like a day ago.
It doesn't matter. If he comes in and he's like, look, this thing took my daughter. Absolutely not. You are absolutely wrong. You are absolutely wrong.
He sounded crazy. He was like,
my gosh.
Is crazy big. And Gaston's like, no, I just saw her yesterday.
It doesn't matter when she's. It doesn't. If you saw Brit, you can see Brittany 5 minutes ago.
And then Belle shows up again later, and she's talking about the same thing. And she's
obviously she's not crazy. And then what does Gaston do?
Gets out.
And then what does he do? No. And then what does he do? He goes to Belle and says, "If you marry me, then I won't put your father in an insane asylum." You are absolutely full of crap. And you know it. You know it. He's not even a good guy.
I totally agree that he's super manipulative. He's very manipulative.
Right, which makes him a what?
To coerce her
I think that's a ghost.
to marry him. But it's not that much different than the Beast.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
no, it's
they are
not.
completely different.
The whole castle.
They are completely
The only
different.
point of the whole castle the whole time was trying to get Belle to marry the
No, it
and
wasn't.
fall in love with him.
No, it wasn't.
That was the only reason why they were alive.
Incorrect.
That was the only reason.
That is
why they were
absolutely incorrect.
Yes,
No,
it's-
it's not. They lived in that castle not knowing if anyone was going to come. It's not like Lemire went into the village and kidnapped a girl. No, it was not. That is not the same. They happened
took
upon Belle.
full advantage of her being kidnapped and
Right, when
enslaved
she was there,
in her
well, she
castle.
was absolutely not enslaved. That is not true at all. She was not a slave. She was captured. She was a prisoner. She was not a slave. That
Okay.
is absolutely false.
She was a prisoner.
She was a prisoner, yes.
Okay.
Should the beast have imprisoned her? Of course not. But that's literally the whole point of that story arc, is that she, because she is ultimate good, is able to save a beast. That's why it is a good story. That's the whole point. Not to mention that the beast on multiple occasions saves Belle. Multiple times. He saves
But for
Belle.
what? What purpose?
To keep
Just
her
to
as
be
a
nice?
to keep her as a prisoner.
So
This is where
Gaston
you're mixing
was-
things. You are
So
mixing
Gaston
things.
attacked and saved Belle from being kidnapped, right?
No,
And,
that is not what he did.
and
Absolutely not.
Yes.
No, it's not. He wanted through inclusion and Belle through not inclusion.
Yeah,
what's the word?
you're-
Through manipulation, and Belle was like, the beast is not bad. He's my friend. And then Gaston is angry and jealous because like, you have feelings for the beast. And then he is mad, and so then after that he goes and attacks the castle.
and then he calls them both crazy
is-
because they are.
He is not doing
To-
it for
to
altruistic.
Gaston,
He
he's
is.
sitting there looking at these
I'm
two
gonna
people that
die.
are absolutely insane.
How are they insane? The
And-
beast is real,
Because
and
there's
the
a
beast.
beast that just kidnapped them, and they're just defending him.
Because he's a good person.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Then
No.
how did they break the
No,
curse?
he's not.
How did he break the curse? If he's
By
not a good
what?
person, oh my God, you are such a liar. You will not. You are arguing something that is absolutely false because you can't admit that you're wrong.
Gaston's sitting there. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mike. Gaston's standing there. You see the girl he likes. Yes, he's trying to force
So
her
at the
to
beginning,
marry.
it's fine. It's just the time period, like he does the proposal thing. We're all fine at the
Right,
beginning.
all fine.
Yeah,
Right.
he's just being a Chad man guy. Okay,
Yes.
cool. We're all on that same page right now at
Right.
the moment. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone thinks she's weird except for Gaston.
Yeah, like everyone because she like has her nose in books.
Yeah.
And they don't understand her. He
they're
does
like-
not think she's weird. He just doesn't care because she's so pretty. He does that. The
Okay.
weird part is not a part of it. He's just like, okay,
Just because she's pretty.
yeah, that's the whole
yeah.
reason. She wants him, or he wants her to give him. What did he say? 11 boys or something like that.
Yeah.
He wants her to give her a bunch of kids, and he wants that because she's pretty. But he doesn't really think highly of Belle. He thinks only highly of her beauty. That's it. He doesn't think that she's like really worthwhile, or he only sees the outside of Belle. That's it. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So Gaston's there.
Where? Oh, Arnett Cooper. That's cool.
So Gaston likes this girl. She says no to the proposal. He gets
Right. He
mad,
would rather
and he's
she would
like-
rather be with anyone else but him.
He's all
Which is
he's all
obvious.
butthurt. Then her dad
But
comes.
such a funny.
Then her dad comes in, is talking about some sort of beast that he's like, dude, I shoot out. There is no beast out there.
But you're making
me to
you're,
be worried
you're making
about.
such a jump. You're making such a jump without giving due cause. He's in a terrored state. Belle, at the moment, is not even with him, right?
Right.
That is absolutely reasonable for him to be like there's something bad that's happened to Belle. I need your help. And what do? They throw him out of a tavern without even doing any kind of investigation. Why?
Because it sounds crazy.
It doesn't matter if it sounds crazy. That makes them bad people. That was
a bad choice, yes.
That makes them the villains. They're the villains in the story.
Right now, the Beast is the villain.
Right. The Beast is a villain, but Gaston is also a villain.
Who doesn't do any investigation because the dude's crazy.
He's not crazy. That's the problem. We watching the story. No, he's not crazy.
So it doesn't make Gaston the worst guy in the world. The bad guy.
He is. What are you talking about? He only wants Belle for the physical part of her beauty. That's not great. So yeah, at the moment, he's just not a great guy. Okay, that's fine. At the moment, in that point of the story, he's just not being a great person.
Right.
Okay,
but
fine.
He's still the leader of the town. Okay? This is my point. Everyone sings his praises. He's
Which
pretty
is
much
also not
the most
good.
popular person.
Right. So
in the
popularity.
Town. He's important to the town.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He has this dude come running up to him and says, "Hey, my daughter's been taken by this beast, by this crazy thing."
Uh-huh.
In my mind, if I was standing next to Gaston, I'm like, this dude's crazy. I just saw her yesterday, she just told me no. I don't care.
You keep saying yesterday. That doesn't matter. Like, you just saw Britt 5 minutes ago. She literally could get kidnapped in the next 5 minutes. It doesn't matter that it was yesterday. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time. She could have seen her a minute ago. He's not seeing her now.
But
it doesn't matter.
Make it true.
Well, what do you mean it doesn't make it true? If someone runs up to you and says,
I'm assuming they're like, "Hey, this dude, my little girl was kidnapped by a pterodactyl." That's all he was saying.
But that's not what
beast took her.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate.
That is not the same.
Beast.
That is not.
That isn't a bear. That isn't.
That isn't the
It's
exactly.
Just like, I have some beast.
That's what you
talking and kidnapped me and then took my daughter.
Yes.
And it's like,
so if you go,
dude, this guy's crazy.
Absolutely not. You are stretching so far. Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You just said a pterodactyl. He didn't say a pterodactyl. He said a beast.
A beast. Essentially the same thing.
No, they are not. Okay. A beast is a real thing. Beasts live in our world right now. A bear is a beast.
Yes.
It's not a pterodactyl.
No, but
you are making a ridiculous thing.
And he described a thing that is not real.
He described a beast. He said this huge, monstrous thing. I understand he said he was in a castle. And he said that they were talking. I get that. But if this guy is going off on this whole thing, you are not going to convince me or anyone else that a normal person would not go and investigate and say, let's maybe talk about it and figure out what this guy, and then we can be like, yeah, he was crazy. You know what you don't do? You don't throw him on his face out of a bar. That's definitely not what you do. You don't throw him onto his old back, breaking his neck potentially. You definitely don't do that. Okay, so at this point of the story, he is just he's just not a great person. I wouldn't even call him a bad guy yet.
Right.
Fair. That's fair enough. He's just he's just kind of like, well, this isn't great, because it's not, right? It's like, he's not showing, like, it's not someone I would want to be around. It's not someone I would want my kids to be around. But it's like, fair enough. There's lots of people like that. So fair enough. But you keep leaving out very important details. You keep saying, okay, so he literally goes to the what's the guy? I don't know what they're called.
What are his?
I don't know what he's called, but the guy that runs the insane asylum. He goes to that guy and he says, we're going to hatch a plan, not because he's crazy, okay? That's not why. Because if they just thought he was crazy, it's like, you know what? He's like a detriment to like society. So we've got to get him out of here, right? We've got to get him. I am so lost. We have got to get him.
I swear you go.
I know. I'm so aggravated right now. So if he was just like, yeah, he's crazy. Like we gotta lock him up. Fair enough. I could get with you on that because it's like, yeah, it sounds crazy. And anyone who hasn't actually seen the Beast, it's like, yeah, it sounds crazy. Fair enough.
Yes.
But that's not why he did it. He went to the guy and said, in order for me to get Belle, I am going to put this guy in an insane asylum and force Belle to marry me. And will you be a part? So he now is committing a felony. That is a felony. If you did that in this world, it would, like, even back then, if they found out you did it, you would have been hung. You would have been hanged.
It's parallel to the Beast story.
Right, it's parallel. But
parallels, they've done the same thing the whole time.
No. They have not done the same thing the whole time. That is absolutely not correct.
Oh.
That is absolutely not correct.
You're describing everything the Beast does.
The Beast is holding a prisoner. I'm not saying he should hold a prisoner. I'm not saying he should do that. You also got to know what time period is. If you broke into the king's castle, guess what they do? They throw you in prison. That is well within his right to do it. The Beast has not manipulated Belle at all. Belle, being the hero of the story, traded her freedom for her father's. That is not manipulation. That is paying the debt. Because the debt is he broke into that Beast's house. So guess what? The Beast has every right to throw him in prison.
Yes.
Now, would I throw him in prison? Would you? No, of course not.
Right.
Because it's like he's an old man. He needed shelter. But that's like the point, is that the Beast is broken. He's not a bad person, but he's broken. He's broken, right? That's the whole point. And then after he's unbroken, right? We haven't gotten there yet. So the only manipulation that's real, and I do agree to a point to what you're saying. Oh, is this where I'm supposed to go? I don't think so. So I drained the water. Oh man, you in your How I Met Your Mother, you knew this was gonna happen, and you did too.
I did not.
You know me well enough. You know me well enough to know this.
I usually try to keep.
This is great. This is a great show. Okay, don't even worry about it. Anyways, so there you are right. There is a manipulation going on. But the manipulation is from the workers in the house, in the castle. The Beast, he's like, in the back of his head, he's like, yeah, like, we've been told that if I get someone to fall in love with me, the curse will be broken. But he's given up on that. So he doesn't even try. Right? He's just like, well, and then that's where some of the manipulation comes in. You're right. The castle's like, we'll invite her to dinner. Do this. Do that. But that is more akin, even though she's a prisoner, and they do have, you know, I wouldn't say that their desires are altruistic, because they are using Belle, right? In like, because they're so desperate to like be free of this curse, right? But the problem is, you know why it's not really an issue? Because they can't do the curse, and this is the point, this is the key point of why you're wrong about this whole thing. The key point is that Belle could be manipulated into marrying Gaston, and that is just straight up evil because of the way he's going about it and for what he's doing it. If the Beast married Belle, that doesn't break the curse. It doesn't break the curse just because she like is quote unquote with him, right? So in order for him to actually, for this to actually come to any fruition, they are like, okay, go and like take her to dinner, like try and make her feel welcome, all these things. But she still actually has to fall in love with him. So if she doesn't fall in love with him, it's all for naught. So it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. So Belle literally, in a true sense, has to fall in love with the Beast to save the Beast. If she doesn't, then it doesn't matter. And then what does the Beast do? The Beast provides everything that Belle wants. Everything. And then eventually, because he deep down is a good person, he lets her go, even though it will mean he will be a beast for the rest of his life. So Belle's the hero that just saved the Beast, and then because the Beast loves her, he changes and gives up everything for her. So now he is a hero, even though he didn't start as a hero. You know you're wrong. Do a voice. This is you.
Mo, it's a snack attack, and you're it. And I am right too.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
I am.
Gaston is not a good person. No, this is not participation trophies. You are not right. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I will
protecting his village.
I will compromise with you.
With the girl.
I will compromise with you.
He's like, dude, this girl's crazy. This girl's crazy, and her dad.
But
this is crazy.
But he finds out that they're not crazy, and then he does it as a villain. Like eventually,
and then he goes and attacks the Beast that has just kidnapped and prisoned two of the people that he's in charge of.
No, he's not. He's not in charge. He's not the real leader of the thing. So but I get what you're saying about being the leader of the village. Is he their leader? No. You know why? Because he doesn't accept them either. The problem is when he goes and attacks the castle, he is attacking it as a villain.
Because the story made it seem.
It is what it is.
Yes.
Not seem, it's what it is.
He got rejected by the girl, and he's just
now making excuses for him being a butthole. Now you're making excuses
for the Beast being a butthole.
No, I don't.
And then he changed. Slightly, and the girl's like, yeah, I love this dude.
Slightly?
Yeah.
Slightly?
He's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll let this guy go. I'll let this girl go. Yeah,
that is not what happened. You are not telling the truth. You are lying.
I don't care about the Beast. He's not that great of a role model.
He literally gives. He literally
just a jerk that a girl.
Oh my gosh!
Falls into his hand. He gave up on his castle way before.
Right.
And then this girl falls into his hand.
And then he
the
changes.
castle just manipulates her. Manipulates her. Tries to make her
can't be because it can't be manipulation. If it were manipulation, he wouldn't have changed back. That's the whole point. Belle actually fell in love with him. That's the point. She literally fell in love in a real way with him. A real way, not a fake way, a real way. Otherwise, it couldn't. Oh, well.
by Malo.
What the freak was that? I'm really shook up by that. I don't know what to do now. Okay.